Hello and welcome, friends. This is the Lost Caravan RPG, and more specifically, Caravan of Cthulhu Week, where we are so excited to be raising money for excellent charities while we scare the bejesus out of ourselves. That all being said, I am Turk, or Turk Extended. I'm so excited to be here with you all today as we get to explore Wyrd and Wild, which is a system agnostic or system neutral. I keep saying that. I don't know why. My mind goes to faith and higher powers. I wonder why. Maybe it's because I've been reading this book. Anyway, to get right into it, we are going to be playing our bunch of spooky themed games this week in support for the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund, which is a program dedicated to providing medical care to the thousands of injured and ill children who would otherwise lack access to it. You can find our donate page by scanning the QR code in the corner of the screen or by entering !donate into chat. It's fantastic, it's for a good cause, and to add a little extra incentive in there, I'll have you know that every donation of $10 or more enters you for a chance to win a whole bunch of excellent goodies for yourself, including custom character art or a bunch of really cool TTRPGs in either physical or digital form, given from a bunch of really awesome companies that we are happy to partner with for this. Also, in addition, you can spend $5 to give our brave adventurers a hero point, giving them a little advantage or a reroll or, another chance to do something. We'll take backseats, so to speak. And you could also designate and make sure you let the people know that, hey, I'm giving $10 for a villain point, which I wouldn't mind. I've got some things I'd like to do, and that might require the greasing of the palms of fate, so to speak. Beyond that, it's all really nice. We've already hit our primary goals of 1,500, and as you can see, we are $350 away from hitting our $2,000 goal, which we've never hit before on the channel, and would love to keep climbing higher and higher and higher. So give what you can if you're able. That all being said, I'm very excited to jump into this. This is my first time running this supplement, but not the first time running the system, because this is some 5e. So I hope you're all ready for some Dungeons & Dragons taken in a dark and terrible direction. You'll never be so worried to walk in the woods, unless, of course, we hit our 2,000 goal, in which case I will have to take a dark and potentially dangerous walk in the woods. But that is for future me to worry about, and for present me to try and entertain you, to incentivize to make it happen. That all being said, I am very excited because I have a bunch of really cool people at my table here tonight, and we are going to play some Wyrd and Wild, and I'll jump right into it. Why don't we start tell people who you are and who you're playing tonight, and a very brief description of your character, starting, of course, with Pope.
Hey everybody, Pope here, Pope World Build on the internets. Incredibly pleased to be here, charity stream and with this charity group. As we are going to be venturing off into darkness. I have the pleasure of playing Jacob Blackthorn. Now surface dwelling dwarf, who is out here to learn skills to take back home. And hopefully he'll survive.
That brings us over to Leo.
Hi everyone, Copper Leo here. Been off stream for a little bit, but glad to be back. Just had a son recently born, so celebrating that right now. But I'm going to be playing tonight Tathriel Darkwood. He is a wood elf ranger. He's for elves, they live pretty long, and he's on the back end of his life. He recently turned 666 years old. Looking forward to retirement in another 100 years. So he's got that hanging around. But yeah, he's been a career ranger, living out in the wild, helping woodland creatures and stuff out. But after his 666th birthday, he started noticing some of this weird stuff happening out in the woods and stuff. So he decided he needed to venture out and use his expertise to try to figure out what's going on. Don't want to go in retirement when something weird's going on. Want to make sure everything's nice and settled.
Fantastic. And last but certainly not least, it's Kiba.
Hi there, I'm Kiba, also known as the Arsonist across the internet. I am playing tonight Duck's Juzz, before I freaking tongue twister myself into that. He is a lizard folk into the better half of his life, roughly in his 30s. Lizard folk don't live that long, so we ain't got that much time left. But we are a hunter mercenary. We have, well, you pay us, we go out, we kill the thing you're looking for, but we've never been offered so much money before. And so now here we are, tagging along, hoping that we'll retire nice and hefty. Hoping.
Well, in that case, let's see if we can't, if we decide if that lifespan is going to be longer or shorter than you expect. So, that all being said, we open on a quiet town in the more remote areas of the woods, a Farlight village, a humble collection of some farms and a small center with an imposing, really its own notable thing, being a sort of imposing estate that has made it, well, not quite a destination, but at least a popular resting point for those otherwise traversing the lands here, which you have all found on your various adventures to do. And upon entry, you were very quickly alerted to the fact that there has been a reward offered for the killing of a great beast. Though the exact details have been a little scant, as you've literally just gone into town, the folk around you are abuzz with rumor and speculation, though the paper and hard facts tell you that the owner of that large estate, Cal Moonin, is the one offering the contract. So, as we join our group in what I assume by happenstance and tradition is a tavern, what would you all like to do?
I find the darkest corner and I sit in it.
They actually have really well illuminated corners. They all have those bay windows. It's
Damn.
gorgeous. It's really nice, to be fair. A lot of natural sunlight in here.
Then in that case, I'm going up to just the bar then.
Fantastic.
And I'll order a mead.
Easily done. It seems the area here is fairly well supplied. Clearly, the local meadery is functioning in well regard, and though it might not be the best thing you've ever had, it's passable. And they serve it with pride.
Yes, I'm with him. I would like very large bread.
A very large what?
I'm sorry, he talks in sign language.
Bread.
Bread. Ah, yes, of course. We'll have something sent to your table. And
Also, you have dried sausage?
we probably have something in the back. I'd have to go check. This obviously is something you'll all be paying for, yes?
Yes, I want all of the dried sausage. All of it.
All that we have. We're in traveling town. We have quite a bit.
Perhaps you should limit to what you can carry.
I can carry an awful lot.
Pulls out a pipe.
How about if you've got a left honey, just fill it with sausage.
I'll work on getting you some supplies, adventurer.
Thank you.
That being said, we'll have everything brought to your table in due time.
and Dux just people want, doing what he does best.
Fantastic. It's easy with even a fairly, you don't need a super high wisdom score or perception to pick up that there is an air of apprehension in the town. There's clearly been a lot of people who are trading stories about threats in hushed tones that you can't quite overhear. But it's not panic and terror. It's the same kind of thing you might get after something falls off your desk, but you don't know what it was, so you'll worry about it later.
That's the worst terror.
Exactly. Well, it's like hearing that a neighbor's tree fell over and there's more storms coming, right? There's like three. You're like, oh, I got to be aware of that. But no one here seems too personally affected or torn up about it. Whatever destruction was caused here has clearly not been too great.
I'm gonna motion to the bartender
Hmm.
and say, "Tell me, Sarah, have you heard anything about the recent going-ons in the town?
Oh, you
We
mean
heard that there was a job posting."
Yeah, you mean the attacks, right?
Yes.
Well, strange things have happened here. I mean, we're so close to those damned Fey woods that we occasionally get something spilled out and over, but...
Please watch your tongue about the Fae, son.
I wasn't aware you were so superstitious of them. That being said, it is what inhabits the local woods, and no one would dare travel in there if they could help it. That's why we're so popular for folks who wish to remain on the road.
So did someone venture into the woods for a reason then?
Well, not yet. I don't think Sermunin is quite so lucky. Or rather, no one else has been quite so foolish. But there has been something that came out. Some terrible creature came and attacked some local farms, killed and dragged away some livestock, but blessed be the gods, no one was hurt.
Any description on the beast?
You're gonna hear a lot of stories of the bartender. I've heard this thing is 10 feet tall and 20 feet tall and 30 feet tall. It keeps going up and up every single time I hear it. Some people say it sucked the sheep dry and left nothing but husks, and others say it smashed them to a pulp. I'd say the best way to get an eye for this is to talk to Sermunin. He's the only one to have actually faced the creature.
And he's the one that put the bounty out, right?
He is. He's also probably the most wealthy man and extravagant one in the entire town, village, local area. I'd venture to say potentially even the kingdom.
Inherited wealth, or make?
Well, I don't know. He moved in about the last year or so, and I mean, from there he's just been spending money, not just on parties, but we also rebuilt our school, and then planted a garden. And frankly, that alone, the rare herbs he grows there, is quite impressive, and has brought much more renown to the town.
Perhaps too much renown.
We'd hope not. I think this is something that might have happened regardless, just given our proximity, but normally there's not any level of interaction, other than an occasional adventurer who will stumble in or out, but we won't try to pay them too much mind. No offense, but you folk are usually on your way very quickly.
Thank you for the time of the mead, and I'll throw in a couple extra silver on my tab for him.
I mean, for the meat alone, that's gonna just be like 2 copper.
Yeah. So,
It's only 2 copper, Leo. But yeah.
That's my 2 copies.
There you go. Okay, but you definitely you can pay it and give a little extra. You are given some supplies and a tab. That if you want to pay it, it'll be quite It will be at least like 5 gold. But
Just put the 5 gold down.
oh, well, thank you. And yeah, you're given some provisions. I'd say, depending on how well you want to eat, about a week's worth of food.
Excellent. This will last 4 days.
But yeah, food and people watching aside, anything else you'd like to do before perhaps you go and meet the poster of the bounty? If you could call it a bounty.
Something. Hey,
Can I make a nature check on potentially the Fae in this area?
Sure. What'd you get?
Well, I rolled a 19, so...
Oh, 19.
22.
Yeah, you would have heard of the local woods. There's no ongoing or notable tale that you would have heard of, I believe. It's a smaller area here, and notes on the Fae are hard to come by already. It's definitely an area that is advised not to travel in, though, for those who are aware of what can happen when you enter these woods. But
Like, would you say that the Fae in this area are potentially more aggressive than other areas? Like
you don't recall hearing anything to that. Actually, it seems like the fact that people can exist in a town so close to this wood and not have any strangeness or notes of changelings or other strange goings-ons seems to speak to the kind of more benign or observant nature of them.
They stay on your side of the fence and we'll stay on ours.
Yeah, very much a garden wall situation. These Fae are NIMBYs.
oh, that hurt.
Sorry.
I'm just now seeing like Wilson from Home Improvement over the
Oh my
wall,
god, yeah, that too.
just Fae creatures like.
That being
What's
said,
the weather like?
Hmm?
What's the weather like?
Oh, it's gorgeous. It's a bright, sunny day. Birds are chirping and the verdant abundancy sticks all around you. And, as you go out, you can feel that warmth hit your bones, but not to a exhaustive or overheating degree as a cool wind keeps any sweat from your brow.
Last. Not damn.
Nope, not at all. Not here, at least.
That usually sounds right. Last carrying rumor about or they don't know job is legit wild.
Just to know, I think you're cutting in and out. That might just be on my end.
I'm hearing it too.
Yeah. I
All
kinda
right,
sound
well,
it.
I'll just cozy up to the microphone. Like it's
There it is. That sounds a lot better. But I did get what you were saying. But if you want to say it again for these folks.
yeah, well, so it's pleasant out, and bad things don't happen with pleasant. There's a level of theatricality to calamity. And if these folks are just, going on about some predator nabbing a sheep, I don't know if this job is legit.
Not every monster is going to bring the destruction of the world.
No, but this just sounds like, pack of wolves, bear. That's a
Let's hear what the quest giver has to say about the job. So far, without concrete information, it's hard to tell if this is something that we're actually looking to go after, or if, like you said, it's something as simple as a bear, perhaps. In which case, even for the money, perhaps hunting a bear wouldn't be too bad.
Killing bears is bad luck.
You head towards the estate?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Making your way there, you are greeted by a footman at the door, which will greet you and eagerly invite you within, noticing your apparent appearance and putting two and two together, inviting you to sit and admire the room into the sitting room while you wait for Moonin to arrive. The room you find yourselves in is absolutely overflowing with art. The paintings, tapestries are all pastoral, showing rolling fields, dense forests, and cliffs overlooking the sea. The sculptures are all of the human form at its most perfect. But most striking are the stuffed animals, a griffin, a chimera, and a troll, posed in menacing positions and exquisitely preserved, but quite dead. And you're kind of just left to sit there for a little bit. In this lovely menagerie. Do you guys do anything?
I can't. I need to go up to sculpture. Recently?
The sculptures seem to be quite old. I'll give you that one. The DC would be super low and with stone cutting. This has clearly been worked. This is not dwarven craft, you could confidently say, but it is something that is older, and you could guess that he paid a pretty penny for it.
Now are the painting?
Well, if you go over and start touching them, they're definitely not wet.
I'm not going to touch them. More along. Is this something more? Is it sealed with black? Like what? Sorry, art guy here. Like, are these something that paid like their way, or the that traded and is sought at notable pieces, or this nice art? Yeah.
I'd hazard a guess that there's a good combination, that he's clearly pursuing a theme rather than keeping a particular one collection or another. The styling is different between the different pieces. Some definitely older art styles and others much newer, more, and you kind of get this lovely blend of various cultures being represented. And of course they have been coated and kept and preserved from what you would guess, meaning they were transported here and brought from some other cities, settlements, etc.
Huh.
I'm gonna make a nature check on that. The stuffed troll.
Sure.
It seems like potentially dangerous. I got a 12 total.
Whatever they did to it, that's it's working. I mean, it doesn't appear to be moving. You don't notice any new regeneration. You're unsure how, but you'd guess magic. That is when the doors behind you will swing open. Entering with gusto, Cal Moonin, who I'll put on your screens here, is an older man, but still carries himself with a great amount of vigor, holding his head back and shoulders wide. Ah, welcome, welcome! It's so good to see you. I'm glad you came. Now, you'll forgive me, but I have no idea who any of you are. And if you could please introduce yourselves to me, I would have the proper measure of you. He gives off the air with his walking stick and athletic the outdoorsy yet refined equipment of a gentleman scholar.
I'll do a small bow and say, Tarathiel Darkwood.
Very pleasure to meet you, Darkwood.
Jacob Blackthorn. To meet.
Ah, Master Dwarf. I am honored.
And Ducks just kind of half bows right at the waist and kind of nods his head and goes, Ducks Juzz, at your service, sir.
And I am happy to have it. Now, what exactly do you know of this job that I'm offering?
Other than it sounds like something came from the Fey Woods to attack your village.
Well, that is indeed the short of it. Well, I'm afraid it's quite a bit worse, in fact. As I did tangle with the beast a bit and drive it off before it could get to anyone else.
Seeing it. To identify.
Oh, of course. I know exactly what it is. In my travels, you see many of these things, and, well, I can recognize a bramble beast when I spot one. Nasty things. I'm sure you heard all sorts of tales from the locals of other strange oddities, but I can assure you with great certainty, a bramble beast is what we're facing here.
Can I make a nature check?
Sure, but it looks like he's being potentially is 15. Yeah, so bramble beasts are less an actual creature and more a combination of an animal host that's been taken over by a parasitic plant. They are serious alpha predators in whatever area they find themselves in, and are definitely very dangerous.
Yes, bramble beasts are a known quantity for sure.
Hmm.
You said you fought this creature recently?
I did. Nearly took my leg, but, well, that's what I get for trying to pretend like I'm a young man still. Oh,
in my eyes, you are a young man.
Oh, you do me too much honors and kindness, elven friend. But, please, if we shall talk business, I shall make it clear to you that for the, I am offering you each 150 gold pieces for the disposal of this creature and the return of its body to ascertain that it has truly been killed.
It seems quite a fair bit of coin for such a task.
Yes, well, I have quite a bit of coin, and spending it to make sure that this thing doesn't continue to harm the community, I find that money well spent. Furthermore, I think you'll find it's fair compensation for the work. I doubt it will remain lurking just at the edge of the village.
I don't doubt the compensation. I just can't help but notice that between all the wealth, the luxuries, they said that you recently moved out here last year. Is that correct?
Oh, that's true. But, you know, I've made plenty of good business dealings in the past. I used to be an adventurer myself, and I took what gold I had and, well, spent it trading. I'm very lucky to be in this more remote area. I like the quieter spots. The city became a bit too much for me.
I see. Well, one should be able to enjoy their retirement in peace.
Yeah, well, you think that until, well, clearly this occurred. But, you see, I fear that this thing was waiting on the edge of the village for some time before it sprang. I told the villagers that I'd had enough and would try to find and end it once and for all, but that night I couldn't kill it. I heard enough that it hasn't come back since then. But it's only a matter of time.
Can I make an insight check on him?
Sure. What are you trying to discern?
Just trying to by the way he's talking about fighting it and return and stuff, does he seem like he's legitimately concerned or like any ulterior motives? I got a 9.
He's a hard guy. He's a hard guy to read, but you can sort of vibe that he's true to his word. He does care about this community and also wants to see this thing dead.
All right.
I didn't want to go into the woods myself, but it definitely lumbered off that way. They're difficult to navigate, but not impossible to traverse. If you're careful and, well, you know what you're looking for, I think you should be able to make it work.
Well, we can start with where you last fought it, and we can pick up its trail from there.
Ah, good, yes. It was at the edge of the woods, very much so. I can take you to it and have my folks escort you, but please, ask me any questions you'd have about the creature. I wouldn't want you to go off into the woods unknown.
Yes, if you could.
Any clear vulnerabilities?
Ah, an excellent question. Fire, my boy. It's all made of living plant, but it's dry and brittle somehow as well. The outer bits of it will catch like so many late autumn leaves.
What level of intelligence?
Oh, not more than a childlike intelligence from what I've been able to see, and not just in this creature alone. The entirety of it is a parasite plant, you understand? Really seems to observe and follow lesser creatures and doesn't seem to do much else, but as soon as it gets hungry, then it strikes. It's like it has a curiosity and wants to know more, but can't.
Yes. Speaking of these lesser creatures, what other dangers are in these woods? Or is there more we must worry while hunting the beast?
Ah, well, beyond the other folk who live in there, I wouldn't worry too much about them. Keep your mouth shut, ears open, and don't agree to anything. Well, they might be useful, though. I'm not here to tell an adventuring party how to conduct itself.
My concern you might be doing some pet.
Somewhat.
Something's pet.
Something bad.
Something's pet? Unlikely. I don't think they would keep one of these as a pet, if you did run into... I mean, they're not quite so sentimental, but if you did run into it, it is the case. Encourage them to take better care, and all the better. I'd still like to see the thing dead, though. If possible.
Al, considering that we may be using fire on this thing, how much of it do we need to bring back?
Well, whatever you can take off of it. I've heard that its carapace of gnarled roots and skin and thorny bark actually is quite durable. Once it's taken down, you can chip that off of the organic host, and, well, I'll even let you keep the damn trophy. I'd prefer the entire body, even if it is charred. A little artistic interpretation on our parts never hurt. I could get a plinth for it.
I've got no more questions.
Yes, on with the hunt.
Ah, very well then. I'll set you up with whatever you need. Looks to me you already have bought some rations. I'll cover that on I'll put that on my bill. And how much did you pay for it?
5 gold.
Ah, take 10.
And do you have any access to alchemist fire?
Ah, well, I could have some brewed for you before you go. How much are you looking to have?
At least a couple vials.
I can probably make about 3. And give you all some time before light falls. You'll want to be camping and have a stationary fire in the woods. Traveling at night is quite difficult, you see. If that's it, I'll get to work right away.
Yes.
Yes, that's quite it.
All right. Well, he quickly comes around and will procure you 3 bottles of alchemist fire. And then will lead you with his footmen over to the edge of the woods.
Boy.
Within already, the woods here are dark and gnarled roots, overgrown and over each other. You have now entered a hunt phase. Your quarry is known, so you don't need to identify that. What I need to know right now is how, on your first day, who would like to go first to roll the d6? And each of you has gained 1 use of advantage from talking with the Lord of the Estate, and he's given you tips. But if you have a proficiency in a relative skill that you'd like to make use of, and you'd like to make that roll before you roll the d6, that will determine how well you do on a day-by-day basis. This is now the Weird and Wild section. This is where it gets real.
Question: the shamble branches, are they considered aberrations?
Oh, the Bramble Beast.
Yeah, bramble beast.
No, it's a monstrosity in this case.
Okay.
I will let the party know that I have expertise in nature, perception, and survival at the moment.
So this first day, I think that's probably for once we go further in, right up. Probably let the least of us go first.
Understandable. Understandable.
Pick up the pieces, grew up.
All right. If you'd like, you can just roll me a d6, or if you want to try and use a skill to give yourself an additional advantage, or if you want to use the advantage you have from Moonin.
I'd like to use a skill. I do have proficiency in.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a
20.
Yeah. Okay, definitely. Roll 2d6 and take the higher result.
Ooh.
That would be a 4.
A 4 earns you your first mark, meaning you can see that some of the overgrowth here has been knocked aside, and for 8 hours you follow what is a clear and present trail. As the sun begins to dip low, you feel you've made good progress, though more likely could have been made with. But thankfully, nothing assuaged you. The woods appear calm. Perhaps it's just because you're at the outskirts. Perhaps it's because you're very lucky. But as you find yourselves what I assume would be a place to camp, we can now begin surviving the night.
Yeah.
So, I need a 1d6, perhaps from each of you, for each of the 3 cardinal needs of survival: food, water, and shelter. That being said, you can definitely consider food already handled and not roll that.
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, you're trying to roll a 4 and a 6 in this case.
So you said food, water, shelter, right?
Hmm?
For water, I do have Wanderer through my Outlander background. which says I can just find food and fresh water for myself and up to 5 other people each
Do
day.
it with advantage in that case. Roll
Yeah.
2d6, take the higher result. You really are, in this case, just looking for 4 or higher. And then shelter, I assume, falls to our lizard folk friend.
It sure will.
6, absolutely consider that a success for water.
Yeah. Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and use our advantage that we got from speaking with Cal. Right?
Yeah. Cal
right.
Moonin, that would be probably better set for the that's for the hunt stuff. For surviving the night
hunt,
here,
okay.
you can use a proficiency if you have
Yes.
Yeah,
hunting, foraging,
survival.
survival. Yeah.
Got survival. Let's go for it.
Okay. Roll 2d6. Oh yeah, sorry. That first, then 2d6. Fantastic.
It's first.
Yeah, 23 will definitely get you the roll here.
Cool.
That's another 6.
6.
A content night. Fantastic. Three successes. No one said it was easy, but you manage as the oppressive darkness of the woods settles in. You all are in good spirits. Find yourselves with ample food, though of course I think it was a lot of it dipped in honey,
Yeah.
giving it a nice sweet taste as you potentially even try to cook that off.
Gonna rot my teeth.
It'll preserve you from the inside. And the best thing to hunt a bear, a big jar of honey. But that being said...
Oh, bother. We just fight Nightmare Poo.
No, thank you.
You managed to find a good enough ground kind of tucked in between some massive roots that provides good coverage that you can even throw a tarp over to keep your camp quite occluded and safe. And that first day passes without incident. You have 1 mark. You are still on the trail of this creature. It has clearly gone deeper in. And I need to know who's making your next hunt roll.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Since for my favorite terrain, I did pick forest. Would that count for just automatic advantage on hunt?
That feels fair to me.
And I'll go ahead and roll it this time then.
Okay. 6 double marks in a boon. So, first off, you take your total marks up to 3. Following the tracks here, it's interesting. You actually almost lose it, as it seems the creature it's like intentionally doubled back a little bit and sort of jumped off its own trail. That somehow this creature, this bramble beast, which you were told has a childlike intellect, at the very least must have some kind of way or magic or tool to elude being followed perfectly. Like the trail split for a second and you're fortunately able to catch it, but it was interesting. That being said, I need you to roll me a d8.
Oh.
Anyone or just both?
For you.
Oh.
For getting the boon. 7.
I rolled a 7.
Oof. Okay. You are going to be unhindered. Meaning that there is no possibility of you all having an interaction today, as it seems that you go in and there's a strange sense of calm around you. You don't spot any wildlife, which in a way is terrifying, but also knowing the other options in this wood, comforting somewhat.
We don't have to deal with wolves.
Yeah, I'll say you can ignore your shelter roll as well for this round of camping.
We are being actively ignored. This is not good.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I'm just good at finding things, but it hasn't found us.
I am not denying your greatness. What I'm saying is, you know how everyone says every cloud has a silver lining? Every silver lining has a cloud.
Does the cloud have a silver lining?
I really think you take metaphors too far.
Clouds bring rain, usually. Rain is not silver.
Okay, you've broken ducks.
You
He's
To
gonna
be
be like,
fair, it's not incredibly hard.
I'm just saying-
have weird ways of speaking, especially you shorter ones.
Height has absolutely nothing to do with.
look, let's just take it easy. We're still looking in the woods. I think we're doing just fine.
Nice one, Nick.
So I just need a roll for water for tonight.
I guess I'll roll that since I automatically get advantage.
Sounds fair.
Double fives.
Double fives, it's a success. Another night in comfort.
I don't like this.
I don't like being successful.
The best. So boring.
Yeah, but it's also horrifying. You also have to think about the villain and the hero point.
We are day.
But it is in the new day, so I do need another hunt roll to start us off.
Alright, I guess I guess we're going round robin with it. I'll use my mayor advantage here. May as well. That
Okay.
is good to go. 2d6 it. That's not good.
3.
What'd you roll? A 2 and a 3.
You 2d6'd it,
Yeah.
alright.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Your 3.
I imagine like Rathiel's like, alright, I'll lead the party, and Dux is like, no, I want to do it. Okay, you're the new one, let's try it out.
Dex, in your time leading, I also need you to roll me a d10.
Oh, that number got really big quick. Oh, you. How's a 1?
It sounds
You
sounds
come-
perfect.
You come across a large river, and in the need to ford it, you kind of begin all sloshing across, helping your smaller companion through a certain particular deep trench. You hold a bag of supplies up, ready to kind of do it, but the current nearly takes your friend, and you pull and get both hands on him and get him over to the shore, helping as Jacob Blackthorn, you sputter a little bit, and that is where, Dux, you realize you just lost.
Aw, damn it.
Oh, that's not bad. Only 1 extra day's worth of supplies that was in that particular pack.
My bad,
As
I
it
won't lead again.
somehow goes down the river there. Though you do continue to follow the trail here, so you are gaining on this thing still. That being said,
Okay.
night has fallen as you are all working the heat off of you. And, rather, working the water off of you. Ugh, brain. And I need some rolls. So it's been 2 days, you lost 1, so you have 4 more days of guaranteed food supplies. So that
let me
roll can be considered good and done if you want. And you can roll
Let me
for water.
roll. It's 2 threes.
2 3s are just not a success.
Am I able to use the same skill for survival, or should I be using something else here?
You
to
can
vary
use
it
your
up?
same skill for survival here to roll with advantage. Yeah.
Bang. Cool. All right. Here goes nothing.
4 is 1 success, so you have 2 successes total, which is good, but not great. Basically, with the supplies you have and rationing things out, the water, you find a very limited amount. That river, a little too far back to go and safely get on your own. And the kind of acrid taste from what you otherwise found leaves just a few drops for everyone, which means I need somebody to take 1 level of exhaustion. Just one of you, though, as one of you takes the brunt here.
I'll volunteer. I think ducks can handle it.
All right.
You did lose the food pack, so...
I did lose the food pack, so...
So I'm going to roll a d8 for exhaustion effects.
Boy.
So this is this is instead of the standard 5e rules of exhaustion. So a 6, nauseous. Your stomach feels unwell after drinking a bit too much of that strange water. You are going to have disadvantage on saving throws against poisons and diseases.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Mm-hmm. But you will stack all of these things. To remove exhaustion requires a return to civilization or healing beyond the norm. So, yeah, you have one of your 6 levels of exhaustion you can possibly have before you crumple over. That being said, it's a new day. It's a beautiful day. Don't let it get away.
I imagine Doc's just like drinks out of a canteen and is like, oh, it's disgusting. And then Jacob's like, oh, that's my piss bucket.
You drink that?
What are you fucking drinking? What?
I don't
What did you mark it?
keep my bodily.
Damn.
That being said, who wants to make the hunt roll for today?
I can, since I just automatically get the advantage because of my favorite terrain.
You pushing. I only.
Yep.
A 2
That's a 2
and
and a
a
3.
3, which means I need another d10 here, but you do gain a mark for the day. A 9. Ooh, there we go.
Yep, the higher numbers.
That, I think I need to see if there is a table for this.
It's so bad he's got to go to another table.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Don't
Oh,
worry.
no.
It's not
Now,
the craziest thing.
if we get to the 3rd table, then we're really screwed.
Mm-hmm. No, let me refer back.
Time the flashback.
The 3rd table, we're at a furniture store at that point.
Ooh, wait. I know what we could do. Ooh, wait. You follow the path of this creature deeper into the woods. It sort of hangs, I think branches hang lower than you're used to or expect. And within, you find yourselves sort of kind of heads down following, not in time, just enough to spot what appears to be a fat, squat insect the size of a water pail. A few of them dangle from a tree branch as they begin to descend upon you. I need everyone to make me. not that one. Oh boy. Make me some initiative rolls as soon as I get this turn order up. Ignore that. Here, wait. Let me put you all on here and give you all turns. That'll probably help. Here we go. You should be able to edit your turns to what you rolled. And I'll just have Kalmunin stand in as our guy here. Okay, let me magical roll a 9. Oh no, that means I go last. So, Jacob Blackthorn, you're up. There is one of these larger ticks all descending towards you.
Always. I hate bugs! Like,
Sorry, you're going to hit me with that one more time. I think you cut out a bit there.
it's always bugs. I hate bugs.
Mm?
I would like to.
The last word, I know you're saying rage because I see the caption ninja, but I just want you to know for some reason it's cutting off just when it says rage. It does not want you to rage for some reason. But I absolutely give you the right to rage.
Rage it is.
Hell yeah. Take a shot. These things appear to have a dark shell of almost cast iron.
I'm not certain that, well,
Unfortunately not. These things you hit and clang off of what you expect to be insectoid hide actually causes quite a resistance. These monstrous things don't seem to care much for a light swing such as that. Is that all for you?
yes.
All right. Tarathiel, you got a giant tick falling on you.
Tarathiel is gonna pull out his longbow and he's gonna take a shot at it.
All right, as it's descending, I'll give it to you. That's definitely going to hit there. So roll me some damage.
I don't know why. Yeah, 1 second. I don't know why he's not adding my +2 for my archery fighting style.
It's all
I'm
good.
just gonna... it's 11 damage.
11 damage. This thing comes up and you skewer through it, finding an interlocking space in the segmented limbs here. If anyone would like to make me a nature check to identify these things, you can.
Sure. That's a 10.
I need a little bit more. Natural
That's
1.
5.
This is the weirdest bug you've ever seen. Might be a crab. It's safe to bet when you're looking at things that could be bugs or crabs. I'll say you know this is a particular dangerous kind of parasite that, for your size, is now officially classed as a predator. You could guess that from the jagged-like spear that juts in and out of its mouth in grisly anticipation, they're used to fighting tougher shelled prey. That being said, if that's your turn, Tarathiel?
I'm going to move back a little bit to the foliage, and I'm going to make a stealth check.
I'll just do this, just to show you each have a dancing partner. And if you want to back up, that was before they dropped down, and this guy was dead, so it's actually fine. Okay.
And I got a 15 on my stealth check, since I can hide in light foliage as a bonus action.
Okay. The other two that are otherwise interested in your friends will not notice you. Duck's Juzz.
All right.
Tarathiel just, goes into the foliage like Homer Simpson backing into the hedge.
I think pull out one sword at a time. We have 2, so we're just gonna pull out one short sword and wing it.
What'd you get? 22. Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Roll me
That
some
is-
damage with a short sword.
Boink.
Damn. High rolls on the damage save. Max you could do. That will also drop that one.
Nice.
As it descends upon you, you again also find a spot where you could sink a blade in deep, and it seems like as soon as you open a hole in an insect, it's kind of hard for it to maintain its movement functions because all of its, gooey insides. Anyway, let's talk about gooey insides because you've got some insides that it would be very interested in doing. So,
Giggity.
yeah, I'll give that one to you. Jacob, why don't I roll this beautiful bean footage of a d20? Is your AC less than a 14?
No.
No? Are you sure? Can I hit you, please? Can I hit you, please? Can I hit you, please?
No. I am a dwarf barbarian. Say no.
Okay. In that case, it tries ineffectually to shoot a javelin like proboscis out at you, but you can kind of hold it back and off, and it's now your turn again.
I'm just picturing dwarf. Flying.
Yeah, go for it.
Is it just me, or is it still hard to hear?
It's
most of the
it's a
time?
little bit, but I have the captioners thankfully, and the captioners is picking you up great. But a 15 will absolutely connect. In this case, you beat it by 1 for 5 more damage. Not quite enough to drop it entirely, but you do get a solid chunk into this thing as you are, like you said, fighting through and getting a difficult shot in. Tarathiel.
That's for me.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Tarathiel.
I'm gonna attack with my longbow. Do I have an advantage for being hidden?
I'd say so, yeah.
That's
That will
17
definitely
on the
hit,
first
yeah.
one. Add 2 to that, so that's 8.
That will drop this last one. As you are left in the grisly after effects of what should have probably been a little bit harder, but that being said, survival in fighting dragon ticks. Now, I guess the question is, do you want to potentially harvest some stuff off these guys?
Well, based on my 10 nature check on them, would I know is there anything worth harvesting?
You remember something about these guys, that, like, something in their blood could be useful.
Okay. Well, I guess since Dux has that cunning artisan thing, we'll take a short rest so he can harvest them.
I could say, like, just, well, we don't need a fully short rest. Just take what we probably.
I mean, a short rest is like an hour.
Yeah, it just depends on what kind of cleaning you'd like to do. Basically, the longer or the more efficient you try to be, the more you could potentially pull off this thing. And if you're careful, there's some good benefits for handling a lot of these creatures.
Now we're just.
What do we?
So, are you guys gonna?
Let's take the L.
All right.
Yeah.
So
I might. There we go.
what level of
what do we-
cleaning would you like to do here? Because there's a crude
Yeah, what do
cleaning,
you-
basic cleaning, efficient cleaning, thorough cleaning, and surgical dissection. Which is to say, the higher it goes, the higher you need to roll on a d6.
What do we think here, team?
Well, you're the one that's used to dissecting these, so it's kind of your call.
Okay. I think you said only blood is kind of useful?
Yeah, but you
what
can
I
also get other stuff.
Yeah. I can get, as you can see, shield, club, javelin, darts, and blowgun needles.
Well, I think he's going off the wild rule.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Oh, yeah, the wild. We can do a... We can probably just do a basic cleaning.
Okay. I need you to make me a D6 then.
D6.
Rolling a 5 is definitely a success there. And so what you are going to get off of these 3 is 1 and 3, 4 common goods, which is to say just like various edible or otherwise lightly usable parts, and then the uncommon good associated with this creature, that being dragon tick blood, which dark iridescent crimson blood and remains hot to the touch.
Ooh.
Drinking a vial of this will heal you 1d6 damage, and in addition, the spellcasters who drink this blood maximize the effects of the next spell they cast. If it's a damage spell, it does maximum damage. It's a healing spell, it does maximum healing.
I think I'm the only one with spells.
I believe so.
Take it in your pocket.
The most that's gonna do for me is the cure spell. So
I mean, better than what does cure do? 'Cause this was 1d6 of HP?
it's basically like a little healing potion. So yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and add it then, because then that way I can kind of maybe heal myself and then heal someone max.
Good point, yeah, because it'll double up. Yeah, that's a good point. It'll double up for you to heal and somebody else.
Yeah, because it heals me a little and then I can heal someone else a lot more.
Stuff. Love it.
Mm-hmm. So, you did gain a bit more progress on your prey overall, but that being said, as you push on further, as far as you can get before the night starts to fall, I do need another roll of goods here. So the good news is your common goods do count as a level of supply, so you did get 4 of those. Amongst yourselves, that will last you 1 more day.
For it.
Because you gotta split it, and unfortunately you can't quite divide 4 into 3 super cleanly. Or, if you want, you can consume all of your common goods that you've collected on the hunt, and have a feast, which will clear all of you 1 level of exhaustion.
Yeah, since we have like 4 rations from the bugs, we might as well feast it, so he can get over his.
You haven't started your camp for the night. You might have a level of exhaustion.
We need to. Do we need to hold on to it?
Yeah.
I don't think we feasted just yet.
It's also only 1 level of supply, not 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Off.
Gotcha. I got you, but hold off on 1 level
Yeah.
of feasting for the night, and then yeah.
Okay, because I couldn't hear him say any of that.
Probably just need to turn the gain up on Discord.
No, it's not a game thing. I can assure you, I am full up.
I have tried every.
It's okay. We'll figure it out, and it's not a super issue. I can understand you and get you on Caption Ninja, which picking up perfectly. So I can kind of like read that, and it's like getting a translation. But it's all good.
So Jacob speaks subtitles.
Yeah.
But that being said, it is time for camping. So why don't we all do a d6 roll here in this case?
Do I still have advantage on the water?
Because that is part of your background, you can do that, and I'll give advantage on the food because you do have some abundant supplies still.
Yep. Am I left rolling for an advantage then?
I can, but well, no, you're better prepared.
So you can survival shelter. mean, if you want to do survivor shelter, you can. I'll go looking for food. I'm a lizard folk.
Survival to see if I get it.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely. Give yourself some advantage there.
Is that for the shelter?
Oh, 1 in 5, you definitely needed it, because that's going to be a success instead of a failure. That is for the shelter, I believe. So.
And then I got... Do you have advantage for food, or do you want me to roll?
You can have advantage for food, given your supplies. It's another 6. Yeah. You all rest comfortably. Another fine night. Now that you've cleared out the low-hanging branches, they can very easily be made into some lean-tos on trees with a common fire that you can kind of keep small and calm. And that food roasts lovely here, though you've noticed the air has grown more damp as you go further
I hate
in.
that. Ugh.
That means mold. Actually, I would think as a lizard folk you would like damp.
Oh, you're so right. Me, I hate damp. Lizard folk, Ducks is probably like, perfect.
I can breathe. Anyway, the next morning arises, and it's another time for another hunt roll. So who'd like to make me that? Feel like we've got a minor setbacks from 2 of the other folk. I feel like it's somebody's turn now.
If Jacob wants to roll it, or I can roll it. Either one.
I will make an attempt.
What's the worst that could happen?
Never.
We could run into the dragon that those ticks came off of.
15.
15, I'll give you an advantage there. That is the exact DC I am aiming for y'all to roll towards when you make these survival checks at this point. A 1 and a 6, absolutely. I need you to roll me a D8 for a boon. As you get double
Needed
marks.
that advantage.
Okay. 4. In that case, following the trail here as the trees seem to crowd around you, you reach what looked to have been almost a ambush spot of sorts. You see scattered bits of bows and swords and blades, but they all have been tossed aside and or just crushed. And it's there you see that the whatever came through here smashed these victims into the potential ambushers, rather, or victims, depending on how you see it, into well, they're not getting a proper burial unless you got a dustpan and maybe a Hoover. That being said, you can now, but following this trail and knowing it goes further beyond through here, you know that this is the result of the Bramble Beast. It is shown that it is incredibly dangerous if taken head on, and whatever was here doesn't fuck around. That being said, because it made such a big clearing and had bits and pieces of it that seemed to have been fallen off slightly as these folks took a small toll on it, you are getting an extra mark with the trail revealed.
The Bramble Beast in quotes.
Hmm?
The Bramble Beast in quotes. Please, God, let it be a Bramble Beast.
I'd hate for you to think it's something else. That being said, it is getting later again.
It was advertised as a Bramble Beast in the brochure.
The brochure said there'd just be a
brochure
few
never
Bramble
lied.
Beast.
This brochure, I was so...
Bramble Beast.
It said, look at this, an easy 150 gold. Just kill this Bramble Beast. Yep. Totally correct.
Brochure said there'd just be a few ostriches. There's way too many ostriches. Anyway, it is nighttime again, which means I need everyone to roll me the 3 comforts: food, water, and shelter.
Right. Right.
We're just gonna look at that 5 for water there.
We're just going to look at that 5 and ignore the 1 you potentially rolled.
This doesn't exist. It's a 5. It's shiny.
It's a shiny 5. Very nice. What are we getting
Ooh.
here? Survival in that case will not get you an advantage. Only a 13.
Mrs. 4, are you looking for food or shelter again?
Going with shelter.
4, you've managed to get a successful shelter, so that's 2 successes.
Here comes food. Damn it!
But I think you have advantage because we still have
You do
supplies.
still have supplies, though. Is someone keeping track of that? Because it is going to be your... yeah.
I think we have one. We have one more after this because we picked up the bug meat.
Yeah.
So, alright, that will be your last time rolling intrinsically with advantage. That being said, a 5. Whew! It's a lot of ones here lurking around. If I was
don't
an
like it.
angrier GM, I might cause some fill-in point rolls, but not just yet. Not just yet. That being said, you all awaken
give us some
with
hero
more
rolls.
stiff limbs now, being out here and sleeping rough, but somewhat comfortable for a few days. Still takes its effects, and I'll say, Dux, you haven't been able to shake that feeling of unsettlement in your stomach. Whatever that is stuck with you, and it's... ugh.
No, I'm cursed. I have tummy hort.
That being said, it is time for, you guessed it, give me another hunt roll. Oh,
You know what?
looks like it's you.
Yeah, I guess so. Gonna roll. I'm feeling hot. I'm gonna roll nature here for an advantage. Getting a little deeper into the woods.
Yeah, nature survival could,
Book.
Nope.
Okay.
9 will not beat the DC you need here, but a 5
Whew.
gets you double marks for the day.
Whew. It's us.
That being said, though, as you move forward and follow this trail, you see it kind of follows a path down into a I forget the exact word, but basically a divot between 2 hills.
Mm-hmm.
And as you come out of it, I need to do 2 things. 1, I need everyone to make a reception check, and 2, I need to consult my 5. Okay. So,
That's...
not great perceptions except from Jacob, who just don't think that populated all the text you wanted to, but
Yes, it did not.
I will say, as you are our brave and bold leader this time around, Dux, you are going to feel something attach and pierce at your ankle. You are going to take a whopping 4 points of damage, and I need you to make me a save against poison, so a Constitution save, please.
Which would be a disadvantage.
With disadvantage, exactly.
Damn it. Is it how much damage?
This can be 4.
4. Okay. Calculate that right. And then a Constitution save at disadvantage.
Yes.
Yeah.
A 6 and a 4. I didn't even need to make you do it.
Nope. And then I roll another D20.
No. In this case, I can tell you, as you get hit, and I won't even make y'all roll for this combat because this thing has all the health of 5, and it's a matter. I will give this straight up to Jacob, who would have been the most alert to this, as you can just bring an axe down and cut an aelper, rather, like a viper, but ale, not the drink. That as stops squirming. That being said, someone can make me a nature check on these, as the injection site, so to speak, of the venom is not looking so great. Successful nature check. Oh boy, a 22. That will definitely tell you the Aeliper makes its home in underbrushes just like this, where it waits for prey and attacks it. And while venomous snake's greatest weapon tends to be the lethal chemicals it stores in its glands, that leads it incapacitated. However, the Aeliper has crafted a different way of subduing opponents, because inside its specialized sacs fester a virtual petri dish of disease and malady. And when I said ale, I meant ailment, not the drink. If anyone would like to make me a medicine or other kind of medical check to identify what the heck is already coursing through veins here, I'll take that first 13 and let you know that this is Night Duchess's wart. Basically, the growth here is going to fall along the body, and, well, you're going to, your friend is going to find it difficult to move that leg particularly fast. You're going to be under the slowed condition, unfortunately, until you can cure that disease, so to speak.
Based on that medicine check, is there any way that I know to cure it?
You can try, and it's obviously this will pass with time. Let me do some quick math here, as per the book. Oof! This one might sit around. It's a 16-day sort of situation. But you could, with proper tending to and a watchful eye, probably have it done in 2 days. But your progress will be slowed. And this close to the creature, you're worried you might bump into the person, the critter, whatever, before they could be fully recovered. And you're also aware of your lower level of supply, and having somebody out here who can't fully pull their quote-unquote weight in hunting could be difficult. That all being said, you are also aware that, hey, ducks, Aeliperphage is if you're able to get that and draw it from the sacs, it's quite valuable and can be processed in an alchemical lab into a miraculous cure-all known as a protein vaccine.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to do that, and I think we're gonna have to do some straight-up dissection thing.
If you want to go for if you want to go for a thorough dissection, or a surgical dissection rather, then you need to roll me a 6. But with a thorough cleaning, I can guarantee you all you need to do is a basic clean to ensure you get one uncommon good, which is, this is a rare good, sorry. You need to at least do a thorough cleaning, which means you need to get a 5+. But you can roll with advantage, because you have the expertise and are good at pulling things off of useful bits.
There it is. Woo!
5! There you go!
Hey.
So I'll say you do manage to give yourself 3 extra, 3 extra common good, because you all can eat pretty lean off of the size of this snake and its meats. And you can get yourself some Aeliperphage, which, if you process it in an alchemical lab, can cure what ails you. Ale vipers, yeah.
Do we have an alchemical lab with us?
I don't think you do.
Hell, is that into the forest?
I don't know. Is there like a van with Walter White nearby, or?
I will tell you what, because one of you in particular was paying close attention to some stuff. It's not so much the current situation that catches your attention, but rather a light sound of laughing children, and what you swear just ahead of you seems to be a marking on a tree in which a skull-faced masked figure ducks behind, but then disappears. You can make me a nature check to try and figure out what exactly this could possibly be. You were about to be led right into the territory of Skull Children. Now, they are, of course, potentially very dangerous if you go and fuck about and find out. Worse than that, though, they'd lead you around and several trails disrupting wherever you were going to go and slowly probably starve you out with pranks. They would, steal gold, equipment, throw stones at you throughout the day and chip away at whatever resolve you had until they grew bored. But what this confirms for you, and whatever you're following tried to get you to go through these particular things, leading you into a trap and almost sending you into a very dangerous location. That requires a certain level of knowledge that you would put up there with humanoids.
Right. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Let's move away. That's all. Get settle down. And just, as I'm feeling it, I think I'm going to set up the bear trap.
With an excellent note of that, why don't we start our prep for the night?
I'll handle shelter.
Yeah, shelter would be easier for you.
Would.
I'll deal on gathering.
Survival for your shelter, but gathering food would also be probably a survival or nature check. Oof, not an advantage. 5 is 1 success. A 1 is unfortunately a failure, but doesn't. And 2 ones means we only have 1 success.
Yikes.
There it is.
A bad night. You all settle in. The sound of the woods around you returned, but now you know you're on edge, as if this thing is just barely on your periphery. You feel you're getting close, but with that, you also realize it's dangerous. And the woods have proven incredibly difficult just to work your way into. None of you find particularly good rest that night, even with the last bits of your preserved rations and food, or at the very least a shared snake being roasted over a meager fire. The woods here are difficult to even get a flame going, but even then you want to keep it low, just to avoid any notice. All of you suffer 1 level of exhaustion, which I will roll. Give me a second here. So, let's throw on some effects. Jacob, you are waking up feeling sluggish. Your speed is also halved.
That's a dwarf.
Not the dwarf, man.
Moving like what, 10 feet?
Mm-hmm. For our friend, I feel so bad for Ducks right here. You are bleary-eyed. Your vision is reduced by half. As the warts work their way through your system, and then our elven friend is going to be unsteady. Disadvantage on dexterity and strength skills.
Oh.
Skills, I'll note, not saves. As
does that include attack?
no, not in this case.
Okay.
But you just for things like trying to balance or hide or yeah.
Like that sucks for my stealth, but I can live with it.
As you awake the next morning, all of you poorly rested and feeling the weight of your hunt, I think there would be a great chance to take our first break for the evening, as you are very close. Maybe 1 or 2 good days of hunting before you might run into something, but the knowledge of your prey seems more uncertain now than ever. That all being said, folks, thank you so much for sticking with us. Thank you for the raid, of course, from our good friends over at J. Britton RP. Oh my gosh, if y'all have not seen the series that Doc Rimbo was over there on, you should watch it. That all being said, if you haven't already, make sure you check out the charity links, and we'll be right back, so better take care of yourselves, or else the woods will come for you. See you soon, everybody. Bye. Welcome back, friends. I hope you had a good night's rest, because our character surely didn't. And as dawn breaks through the smattering and heavy smattering of light branches around you and the heavy tree coverage above, almost feeling like it's barely light at all here, it's time for another hunt. So, if you'd like, Tarathiel, you have been nominated as the one to make it happen.
Well, considering that more than half the party is slowed, one's blind, at this point we're going to rely on Tarathiel's expertise in the woods here to get that automatic advantage on these rolls.
Let's do some rolling.
And that's a 3.
3 and a 2. Okay. A 3 still gives you a mark, but I'll roll the D8 this time. We already had that one. I don't want to do that again. Here we go. Following along the trail here, you reach what seems to be a maze of high, overreaching roots and brambles. The path that this thing moved through here seems to be something that only its strange floral nature might be able to accomplish, from what you've heard at least. But going through here, you're going to need to give up a supply, as it takes extra time for you all to go, and you need to take like a midday break to follow through on this. Or you can all gain 1 point of exhaustion.
I think we only have a supply left.
Yeah, we have a single one that we have to forge.
Yeah, so we're going to burn...
that.
I was going to say, let's burn the supply rather than automatically take the exhaustion, because we have a chance to avoid it depending on rolls.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, taking a moment to catch yourselves in and amongst some roots, you cut through and find your way to a more familiar feeling forest. That all being said, as night encroaches once again, you have nothing in your packs other than what you can find. So, it's time to roll some D6s, folks.
First roll
Keep a
survival.
slow one behind. I got the funny hope.
That survival isn't going to do enough to give you an advantage. But a 5 will be 1 success at least. A 6, 2 successes. Not what we're quite looking for there. Yeah, roll 1d6 and a 1. Ugh. So 2 successes. Your supplies you're able to bring together are pretty good. Finding a variety of local flora and some local fauna. No, local flora and
flora.
some and some
Water.
Particularly slow fauna, as well as finding a good bit of a natural well forming, a natural spring rather, that comes to you as if seemingly by luck. You have to scrape by, unfortunately, as, again, you can't help but feel you are so close, and that on the edges of the fire here, that thing might yet be lurking. So I need one of you to indicate to take 1 more level of exhaustion. Oh my god.
I guess I'll take it.
All right, in
Do
that
you want to take it, or do you want to sit on your 1 and I may as well stack it?
Do you really want to keep stacking it? You're already slow and half
would
blind.
I would not stack further. That is inviting. That is inviting peril.
Yeah, the only reason I'm trying to avoid it is because right now I'm the only one with advantage on those hunt rolls.
Yeah. All right.
I'll take it.
okay.
Got it.
The feeling in your stomach that's kind of settles on you as you stay up the night, constantly almost feeling like every twitch of a branch or movement of brush could be the oncoming attack, leaves you feeling upset, like your stomach can't truly settle here. You're also going to be suffering from the nauseous effects.
Which says a lot, because I'm a dwarf.
Mm-hmm. Sick to your stomach with fear and worry.
Artie is suffering the tummy wart.
Sick to the stomach with fear and worry, and I think this honey turned sour.
The worst. That being said, Night Duchess's wart be damned. Another day of hunting, and you feel yourselves getting close. At the edges of your day, even as you start, you swear you feel the vibrations in the ground of something large lumbering about.
Hey, 6.
A 6, double marks, and a boon. Why don't you roll me a d8 before something bad happens?
It's thinking about rolling it.
Thinking hard enough? Okay.
Was it that bad?
Ooh. You manage to find what appears to be a dilapidated old shack, overgrown by vines but still standing in a somewhat respectable situation.
Is there an alchemy lab inside?
Heading in and clearing it and ensuring it is safe. There is not an alchemical lab so much, but there is enough hay for some bedding for you all to sit for a moment, and some mostly unspoiled supplies that you can all clear 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay.
So choose whichever melody you'd like to get rid of if it's stacking and you can no longer have that affecting you.
So I can get rid of my disadvantage versus poison disease, huh?
Yep.
Or that,
Or
you can
your
get rid of
half
your-
vision range.
Or your, yeah.
I'm ditching the vision, don't worry.
Alright. That
I'll-
being said,
Get rid of the disadvantage on saves.
okay.
I'll keep it low.
And then I just have the 1, so
Yeah, you're back to fine.
yeah.
And
I am
that-
no longer unsteady.
You all take a moment and begin just centering yourselves when a large growl fills the clearing, and a thud and thud and a thud enters the space as the forest goes quiet.
Can I make a stealth check?
You certainly can.
Now that I'm not rolling disadvantage on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll stealth check as well.
Oh, wrong one.
At 20?
Maybe not the organ music.
Not the organ music here. The 2 of you hide yourselves within the cabin and make your profiles small, as you can peek out. Though I have to ask Jacob Blackthorn, what is your plan here?
We've been together. I am the distraction. So I will go and be distracting.
Okay.
You could wait to see what it is first. 'Cause
No.
Advantage to hide, you're short. Advantage to hard.
No, I will go out and see whatever the hell it is, and if it's not our quarry, then we'll decide on the fly.
Alright, I am going to move y'all over to a map and sort of...
Well, that's not. I don't like that.
draw something really quick.
I'm gonna move y'all over to a map. Well, shit.
A map.
It's okay.
The map I have right here. Quickly scribbles.
Outside of the at the edge of this like small clearing here, you see what appears to be a massive tangle of moving vines and muscle. It looks towards you not with a face, but rather with a gaping hole as it sets itself to square up upon you. It's he sort of stands and squares up, and you swear, "Who are you?" Gurgles out from its mouth.
It speaks.
Well, it's Jacob's show because both of us are hiding.
Mm.
Am I able to do a nature here?
You can make a nature check, sure.
Trying to see if this is a thing.
We'll both make a nature check.
Yeah, no, you confirm that's a bramble beast. They shouldn't be able to talk.
Yeah, that's the weird part here.
Though they have been known to make the sound of wounded bears, that could be it.
I thought this was funny when we took the job, so I'm not too surprised. I'm just going to say, my name's Jacob, and apparently either you or someone like you has been claimed by the villagers outside the forest to have wandered in, killed livestock, made them all incredibly scared, and we were sent to see what can be done about keeping them safe.
Safe. They are not safe. Not when they have that monster in their walls. Do you intend to kill me?
That's not necessarily the first plan. I'm guessing you're talking about the fancy pants that lives in the mansion that recently moved in.
Cow. Traitor. He's had all of us killed.
I see. And so he wants us to do his dirty work and try and kill you.
If I die, he will gain much. Whatever he has promised, I will double it.
I don't know if you can double all that gold considering your current condition, friend. But I'm not necessarily...
His magic, not mine. If he is dead, it will affect me no longer. If he is dead, then I will profit. I would join you in spilling his blood, but I cannot yet leave these woods.
Can I roll an insight check?
Sure.
I asked more.
This bear thing's this bear thing's a straight shooter. But you know, hard to tell given he has no face to betray any emotions.
So, what is your name?
Wyrd. I was called Wyrd the Wise in my time. when I too was a hunter, an adventurer. He kind of moves back and forth a little bit.
So, you tell us that Cal has magic. What kind of magic?
Transformation. And he is wiser than all of you, more clever. At least by half. He will expect double crosses and everything. I will say, with the 13 insight, you could tell he's holding a little something back here.
Yeah, Tarathiel's just debating if he wants to lose his cover to go talk to this thing. Tarathiel will go ahead and stand and walk out of the shack.
Juz is doing the same. We're following.
Like, I have my my bow out and an arrow notched, but it's pointed down right now.
This is well.
I'll look and say, you make claims that he betrayed you all. You asked us to turn on him. I would know what happened exactly.
An ancient thing. But no, he has harmed my friends. Those who I once called close to me, and now seeks to do me in to gain reward.
Why did he attack your friends?
For the reward!
What is that reward?
As it always is. Wealth. Power. Only claimable when one of us lies dead.
As Astrodor says, it is strange that he came into such wealth and moved to such a town quickly.
He was greedy, but he has not known true wealth just yet. Should he succeed in slaying me, should you all prove assassins, he would be rich indeed. But if you slay him, as I have promised, I will double what he has offered.
And how do you receive these rewards with his death?
Worry not from whence they come, only that upon your return to the edge of the woods they will be present whence you spill his blood. I am not allowed to leave the woods beyond the acknowledgement and allowance of the small folk. The forest people, whatever you may see them as. And they only do so when they acquire something of me.
I'm fairly certain Cal is treacherous, given his proclivities, quick movements, and specifically requesting the whole body as opposed to just bits and pieces.
He'd have me stuffed like the others. I've seen
Right.
his menagerie.
You mean the troll being one of them?
No true troll. A person like you or I transformed so he may play his sick games, sending others to do his work.
I did find it odd that one would stuff a troll and it wouldn't regenerate.
I'm sure he spun some tale of magic. He was always proud of his abilities. But if you kill him, I would be the one in with power.
Yet you warn us that he is expecting. What would be the course of action? Sure. cross him.
Are you able to shed some of your carapace?
Not willingly.
I have an idea. I was thinking it similar, friend, but no. This is a particularly nasty standoff. Tell me, Willard, do you happen to know if there's any other seeds that would make something like you nearby?
This body produces them.
Excellent. Because I don't think we can necessarily kill Cal and get away with it being part of that world. But we're in the woods. The woods have their own kind of form of justice. I don't think we would mind in causing Cal to have a similar condition to yours.
The bramble spawn would take time. Would require him to be unaware of what happened. Would require an intact seed forcefully embedded in him. He is a very smart and clever bastard.
Smart and clever men love throwing a good party. And smart and clever men get drunk just like everyone else.
Then what is your plan?
To come back, say that the body burned up as we used all of the alchemical fire we had. But we brought back a bounty of seeds. Show them off, see if he'll give us a lesser reward, throw one of his big extravagant parties as the beast has been slain. And when he's good and drunk enough, tie him up, make certain there's a proper incision, and seal him away. Let nature take its course.
The question is, would he know if you were killed or not?
I expect he would know immediately upon my death. A reward would come to him.
So I think in any case, it would be hard to lie to him that you're dead, because said magical reward does not instantly appear.
It was a thought.
It is a thought.
The decision lies. We either show that we are assassins, or we return. Face Cal ourselves.
It's a bitter question, because you're asking us. He asked us to assassinate you, and you're asking us to assassinate him. And yet, I feel like both sides are still holding cards in this matter to use us
If
as
he
pawns.
speaks true, then what Cal has done is against nature itself.
It's against a number of laws. Willard, you wouldn't happen to, in your current state and surroundings, made any friends with the locals that would maybe provide us some aid in dealing with Cal?
Hold his head up. Fool, you ask for their presence. And that is exactly when you hear a small, tearful voice. And we do arrive when summoned. As all around you, eyes alight in the upper canopies of the trees. Nothing descends upon you, but you hear the voices all clear in the back of your ears.
Brad feels like, why would you summon the Fae?
We have been watching this discourse with much and great interest. Yes. Oh, do, please tell us your wants, your needs, your desires. For we are deal strikers and fortune makers.
I'm gonna lean over to Jacob and say, do not make deals. with the Fae.
I don't make deals. I do know that they love gifts.
This is true. This is true.
And a gift freely given is one to give back freely as well.
You assume so much, but we have yet to hear your request.
I don't have a request.
But a gift freely given is one expected in return. We are not so foolish, young one, that we have not seen this trick once or twice or 5 times before. That just. Then put your gift before us, then we may talk business should you wish to desire it. Otherwise, we will be off.
I take my hatchet.
Hmm?
I take a bit of rope, put it between my teeth. Hack off a pinky. And then put the pinky on top of the hatchet and leave it there for them to claim.
You swear you blink and it disappears. Ooh, this is most delicious and tender and wonderful gift indeed. Ooh. Will be harder to hold your weapon thing. A gift full of frustration and difficulty and compromise. We would be much more willing to offer you a better bargain than you had that we were initially considering before. Do you speak a want into the world?
Certainly. It would be lovely if justice was served.
Whose justice? The justice of a greedy adventurer, or the justice of the other greedy adventurer? For they are both very greedy.
We both know this world is filled with gods and monsters. I ask for justice of both my gods and yours.
Don't invoke Fae gods.
We hold no gods such as that. We have nightly courtly things that will terrify and haunt you, and that we will keep at bay for now and hide and occlude you from. For we do not wish you all to be gone from us. We greatly enjoy your time, and wish not for you not to be stuck here with us forever, though. Your entertaining company being what it is. That all being said, justice is always in the mind of the one who wishes for it, and so we'd know your mind and what would be justice in this situation. Because you have not heard the truth from anyone, and many falsehoods lies many possibilities. Speak your outcome that you require. Be frank with us, and we shall be friend to you.
If you can know my mind, you know that I am most definitely the son of my mother and father, a grandson to my grandparents, great-grandson to them. And I am fairly certain that both Wyrd and Cal are treacherous individuals who have both wronged each other and others. I want to see both of them brought to justice.
A deep laugh bellows around you, and from that lightheartedness to this terrible thing like crows and owls hooting and cawing in the canopy, as it seems like the entire earth here shakes in delight. We offer a bargain then. A taunton between you three. And in simplicity of exchange, you need only kill one of them, for they are now linked. Their previous bargain now deeper than expected. And that is obviously what will prick up Willard's ears. No! No! Not like this! No! I've suffered too much! And that is where we are going to get into some... No, I need a better thing here, because it's going to be initiative time. No. Last chapter?
No,
Nope.
yes.
No, wait.
Oh, wait. Hold it.
You roll me some
Technical
initiative while I'm
difficulties?
figuring this out. No. I gotta think. This'll work. So give me a second here. I'm gonna roll that, and as you face a bramble beast, who rolls terribly on the initiative.
It's now a 2-for-1 deal.
It is now a 2-for-1 deal. It seems killing one will kill them both. Whatever agreement they now held has been transferred onto you, and all you guys need to do now is, in order to eliminate one of, whatever agreement they had is now split amongst 5, but now they are linked together.
Yeah.
So, that being said, Ducks, you're up first.
All right, and I am currently slow. Is that correct?
That's still correct. You have that wart growing up your leg.
So I have a speed of 15 right now.
Mighty 15.
And is double moving at all a thing?
Double move
Yeah.
requires a dash, yes.
A dash, is that bonus action, or is that just...
That is
that's
another action. Unless, well, you're a rogue, you can cunning action dash.
Yes.
I can. Oh, that's right, I have cunning. Almost forgot. I rarely play rogues.
Rogues are great.
Yes, cunning action. Your quick thinking and agility allow you to move Agnak quickly. Bingo. So bonus action will be to dash,
Okay.
meaning we go straight in, and we will pull out a short sword and... Here we go. Or do I... Yeah, short sword.
Short sword 11 will not hit, as thick vines and I was gonna say chitin, but rather instead bark block your strike from going in.
All right. I believe that's it for me then.
Okay, Jacob Blackthorn.
Move. Then bonus action rage. And I'm going to huck a javelin at him.
All right.
Since I am a very slow dwarf.
All right, stepping up. 15 will connect.
For 6 piercing.
Okay. Looks like that sticks into it as he kind of. What have you done? And it will be Tarathiel's.
I just imagine Cal back home sitting in his mansion and be like, oh, did I just hit by a javelin?
Oh, my goodness, that hurts.
I am going to go ahead and shoot an arrow at it.
Okay. Uh, 14 plus 2 for a 16. I assume.
Yeah, and I'm going to add an extra die 8 for my Colossal Slayer because he's taking damage.
Oh, that's for damage. So that is a
Yeah,
total
so-
of 12.
I'm also going to move 10 feet over here,
Okay.
and I'm going to do a hide as a bonus action.
Okay. It's my turn now. Ducks, this might hurt a touch. Oh god, I'm so sorry about this, but it's gotta happen. I'm sorry, I gotta give blood for Odin. I was chastised yesterday for not killing people in one hit, and
Okay.
it's a natural 20.
Oh,
It's a natural 20.
Yeah,
Yeah.
15 damage.
Ow.
It's not a one shot, but at least probably half your life.
I'm at 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Does a 22 hit you?
Yeah. What are you rolling so high for?
The second attack.
In second attack. That's only going to be one more point of damage. That being said, I need you to make a save, a strength saving throw. Okay, you are not grappled as the bramble beast or Willard strikes at you. You see vines growing out towards you and around you, but you manage to fight those off. It is not done, though, as he is going to scoot and skirt around you and take a swipe here one more time.
Is that provoke an attack of opportunity?
He stayed within range. He didn't leave the proximity. He's just sort of moving around. And will be an 11 to hit. I don't believe that will hit against you, Dux. 11 against your AC?
What was it?
11?
Oh, yeah, I'm good.
Okay, in that case, yeah, you managed to duck out of that one. Bringing it back to you.
Bringing it back to me, we're going to pull out the other short sword just to have it. But we are just kind of in a little, nobody's in with range, sneak attack, so we're going to just keep swinging, I think. We're going to swing with one short sword.
Okay. 7 won't quite do it.
And then we're going to huge jaws for our bonus action.
Mm-hmm. Taking a bite out of crime.
Going to attempt to. Nope.
11 ain't going to do it either. As you attempt to hack and bite into this thing, it's just too hard to get a good, solid chop into stuff.
Right, well, that's me.
All right, you know where that brings us around to. It's our Raging Barbarian, Blackthorn.
At least he was kind to close the distance for you.
Yeah. It was exceedingly generous, so I don't have to use my 3 other javelins. You'll switch to the Warhammer. 7. Having some difficulty, being without an extra digit.
Yeah.
So that'll be a miss. And that'll be my turn.
Fortunate.
That was my swinging picky.
Apparently.
It was also the one I held up with my tea time.
Formal company will never be the same. But Tarathiel, it's your turn to take a shot.
Did he make a perception check to see me? Do I have advantage?
Oh, you hid. That's right. Yeah, no, he did not perceive you as of yet. So, yeah, those will both hit. I don't know.
Let's. I meant to press it once.
Yeah, you're good. So yeah, that's definitely a hit.
Not high enough for that second attack. So 7 plus.
Another D8.
Yeah.
For a total of another 13 going in. Yeah, you strike deep
go...
into what sounds like a weird fleshiness within and see that he is not feeling his best.
And then I'm going to move over to this tree and make another stealth check. So that one...
yeah, I'm going to take a wild... Yeah, no, just on my base D20 roll alone.
Yeah.
So, it is going to be his go, though, which means we got some friends taking some attacks. Let's see. First one. Let's do a first one at Dux, see if I can't drop you down. That's a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that's hit.
All right, and that is going to be a whopping 6.
6 down to -3 down.
Okay, you are knocked out. And that means 2 more attacks coming towards our barbarian here. A 19 and a 25. Jesus, why am I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
This is... Roll20 likes me. To be fair, that damage is low. It's going to be 5 total. 2 from the first one, 3 from the second. Though, because it hits you with 2 attacks, its Mauling Strike does proc. And then, which is going to be just one more attack, except that's only a 10.
Yeah, I'll miss.
I also do need a strength saving throw from you, otherwise you are going to be grappled. Yeah, no problem there. You managed to hold those off as they tried to get close. Okay, Ducks, you are down. Death saving throw, please.
All right. Clicking the button. Here we go.
That is one failure.
Okay.
Blackthorn.
Again, my bad.
Right. Well, we'll try and hit him and keep him pinned here so apparently our archer can pick him off.
Mm-hmm. Though I will say you watch as Dux is being incorporated into the creature.
No, we're going to try and trim the verge.
Okay. 14, not quite enough. Looking for that 15 against the AC.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, that'll be another miss.
There are a bunch of hero points on the table, I will say that. So if y'all want to start spending those.
I would like to spend one.
Yeah, why not? Treat ourselves, right?
Yeah. So,
Those guys down the road don't need it.
18
An 18 definitely connects.
for 5 damage.
All right, a mighty thwack into this thing. Yeah, my D10s and D8s are not rolling super high either, so... it is Tarathiel Darkwood's turn.
And I meant to mention this earlier, but with an Alchemist Fire, I was thinking about tying one arrow up into one arrow, so I could launch it at a range.
You could launch it, but it might not break. The guaranteed way to do that is to yuck.
Just chuck it.
Yeah, just chuck it.
I think I'm
fire.
out.
You're doing great.
Yeah, because the problem is my throwing range is not as great as my shooting range.
Yeah, you can throw this flask up to 20 feet where it shatters on impact. You do make a ranged attack against a creature and treat it as an improvised weapon.
Just keep firing your arrows. You're doing great.
Yeah, no, that 21 will absolutely connect. For 8 more plus another 8 for 16. Oh, he's looking real rough already. But it is now his turn, and you got a barbarian looking mighty scrumptious here.
Oh, 11 stealth.
Okay. I will make that in a second. I am generating some rolls. 21, a 20, and a 26.
Those all hit.
Okay. 2, 5, and a 1. Sorry, wait. These should be... Yeah, 8. And then one more coming in from the top rope. For a natural 20 on its 2d10 roll. Whoa! That's going to be 8 total more damage. How you looking after all that?
Just about half.
Damn.
I mean, he is a barbarian.
That's
so
fair. That's fair. Something tells me. I
Unless
probably
it's all
should have-
psychic damage.
No, definitely not. These are all bludgeoning, basically. As rather than striking so much, it is battering you about. If you could also make me some strength saving checks.
That one.
You are going to be grappled as you are in its vines. Ducks, make me another strength saving throw, and then a.
Strength.
Oh no, sorry,
Death?
death save. Yeah, you got
Death
it. You got it.
saving
So that's one success.
Okay.
But I do need a. Why don't you make me a save against poison, which you still have disadvantage with, I believe.
Yup. Wouldn't need it.
8. Well, we were talking about maybe someone getting hit with some bramble spawn before.
Ooh.
So that will be something
okay,
you can
you-
figure out later.
You got that cure all.
Jacob Blackthorn, this thing looks real weary.
Awesome. I'm grappled with this thing.
You are grappled with it right now.
I would like to burst upon its flesh this flask of alchemist fire I have.
Oh yeah, do it. Just make like an improvised weapon check.
Okay. So just.
So yeah, just like I think it's like a D20 plus strength.
My strength.
Yeah.
I'll use hero.
12 ain't quite gonna do it.
Yeah, I'll use another one of those hero points.
Yes, good. Yeah, you still have 10 more left. So keep swinging for the fences.
Nope.
Got another.
It's even lower. Okay, one last.
For the fences!
$20.
There you go.
20! There you go. That will absolutely hit. You smack the fire into here. Roll me a d4. So that will be 4 damage going into it. It is on fire with your friend inside, and you still entangled up into it. I will say if you spend another round in here, things might get a little bit difficult for you. That being said, it is now Tarathiel's turn if there's nothing else from you.
By the way, did it make its perception check to see me?
Oh, yeah. Let me give it a quick little...
It was an 11, but just asking.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
That's fine.
15.
I'm actually... And I probably should have done this earlier, but I'm going to mark it with Hunter's Mark.
Yeah. I mean, hey, that works.
Did that a little earlier. We might have been done with this already.
No. That one isn't going to hit at 11. You want to use the hero
I'm going to
point?
dip into that hero point, yep.
Okay.
There you go.
17 definitely will connect, though. 8 piercing. As you hear a mighty howl escape as almost shapes into it goes from a man giving out a guttural cry to a howl as this thing lies dead. And you all find yourselves with a smoldering corpse.
I'm going to rush over to pull Ducks out of it.
Yeah.
All right. Dux, why don't you give me another death saving throw here? It's one more failure, but it's not a natural one.
I'm going to cure wounds on him once I get him out.
Jacob, are you pulling yourself out of that bramble there?
That
I will,
flaming
I will
bramble.
pull myself free.
Fantastic.
I would hope.
Make me a strength athletics.
Athletics?
Yeah, athletics would work. I'll give you advantage on it and say, yeah, that will get you out.
Okay.
That being said, you've got the that reminds me.
Heal Ducks for 4.
Okay, Dux, you're awake. Please drop. Well, you're just at 4. You don't go into negatives. That being said, you do lose 4 Constitution and Wisdom points.
Ooh.
Because the bramble spawn is already growing. What are you at currently?
Well, if we drop Constitution by 4, you said?
Yeah.
Would bring it to 10. Do I lose HP for that?
Not. You'd lose maximum HP.
Okay.
Yeah, wouldn't dip into your current.
And then Wisdom goes down to a lovely 7.
You all can see that the points in which Dux has been hit, there is a growing, writhing mass of roots as it seems to follow through the body and his nervous system.
He's got warts on the left, seeds in the right, and here I am, stuck in the middle with you.
That being said, you do hear a bevy of laughter from all around you. Oh, it is done, it is done, it is done. You all have inherited a most wonderful, clearly fantastical thing. We do hope you enjoy it. And a reminder to clear the terms. A great gift will be given unto all of you, and fair passage as well. But the gift will only be given when all of you are dead. I have renounced your claim. You cannot give up your claim to anyone else. And you cannot deny us our gift. We very much look forward to what happens next.
So, one of us has to be left standing to claim it, correct?
It seems that way, yes.
Okay.
Same deal as between whatever the hell happened to them.
Yeah.
Or, we could do the logical thing. Tarathiel, unless you do anything incredibly stupid, you'll outlive both of us and you'll be able to claim it. I have absolutely no interest. And honestly, Dux, I mean, what? You got like 10 more years in you?
I don't even know if I have another day.
He needs to, we need to get him out of here first. But essentially, there's no reason for us to be dicks about it.
No, we don't need to kill each other. Tarathiel, congratulations on your gift.
Okay. That's fine. We need to get Dux out of here.
Yeah.
Which point we'll try to pick him up and work our way out as we can.
You begin making your way out of the woods. The trail is easier, but it's still more than a one-day journey. You don't encounter any difficulties, and there is no mark to track. I simply need some D6 rolls for another night of sleep and rest and food.
We'll try survival.
Well,
A survival definitely will get you an advantage on your roll. That's a 1-5. 1 success, 2 successes.
Yep, we're just gonna have to try for... I think we're just gonna have to try for survival here.
Don't forget to subtract 2 from your survival roll.
Oh, yep.
Also,
True. I no longer.
18
It's
will-
gonna be a 16.
I'm very tempted. You know what? For you specifically, not you as a player, but you as a character, I'm using a villain point and giving you a disadvantage, or better yet, if you'd like, you can roll it again with disadvantage. I'll be nice about it.
16. No, I think we've rolled here. You're telling me disadvantage. I'll take it on the nose.
Okay.
So roll 1d6.
1d6. Does not. It's a 15 on the money.
What?
I think it's a 15. Right?
15? That's not what disadvantage means.
Oh.
Disadvantage means we take the lower result of the 2 die.
Yeah, which would be the 7.
So it would be a 7.
6.
So
Yeah,
you'd roll the 1
okay.
die, and your 1d6 result for finding shelter or setting out the shelter would be a failure, which means you'll be scraping by.
Yep.
So
That's taking on the nose.
the two of you are more so nursing your friend at this point, as I need another save versus poison, and one of you to take a level of exhaustion.
I'll take the level of exhaustion.
Okay? For you, my friend, that is going to be...
Oy.
That's not the look we're looking for here. After everything here, you are feeling feeble. Your hit point maximum is halved.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's what happens when I roll an 8. That being said, you are going to drop another 4. Oh my gosh. Another. So, Dux, you are losing another 4 from your wisdom and constitution.
6 and 3. -4 wisdom, -2 constitution.
You're both actively watching your friend become more vegetable than human. And I don't mean that in like a mental cognition state. I mean literally there are roots and foliage growing out of them.
It just sits there all day watching all my children.
Mm-hmm. But that being said, you cannot see any way this could be cleanly pulled out or outside of serious surgery or some incredible POTUS. If you'd like, you'd have to you're going to have to travel one more day to even try and get Dux into town. But that being said, his condition's really teetering.
Yeah.
And if he were to change and completely become a bramble beast, that could be really bad to happen in a populated center.
Yeah.
We've done our job. I don't have that many years left in me anyway. Dispose of me. Burn my corpse. I will not become one of those.
I mean, we can try one more day to make it.
Ha! One more day. Drag me around? We won't make it out of the woods.
You feel eyes all around you.
Yeah.
Hunters do as they must. And if a hunter must perish, then so be it. I lived a good...
Know that I respect your choice. I'm gonna pull my hand axe out.
Don't even worry about it. We can just...
Okay.
We don't need to... But like...
Makes it quick.
Exactly. And as your former friend no longer lives, the forest around you seems to almost quiver, and you hear a bird song that where once there was no bird song.
Fake.
And I'm just saying, I know you all said you weren't interested, but there's only one person left here. The edge of the woods. A lot of things can happen, but just the thought that crosses your mind. But if you want to push on through the day,
We will.
just gonna see if I get any DMs real quick. No, we're good. I'm joking. That being said, you emerge the edge of the woods, and there is the town of Farlight. The horrible fate behind you stays behind you. And you are once again returned to the light and sunny village that greeted you. You are tired and hurt and in dire need of a bath, but you have made it. Pushed through. And though you don't have any exact proof, if you would have liked to have taken a few trophies off of the bear, you could have.
Considering we had a friend that was dying, Tarathiel wouldn't have bothered.
That thing was left quickly.
Without proof of a trophy, you are another group of adventurers stumbling out into a town that is in mourning. Their richest patron and noble sir has passed. And there is some uncertainty here as to why, how, and what will happen next. But that is not within your purview, or indeed the purview of this particular adventure. Perhaps we would find out in the future thing, but for now, I believe that is where we call our evening. Thank you all so much for joining us. Before we give the big goodbye, I do want to give my players a chance to tell you who they are, who they are playing tonight, and where you can find more of the exceptional work they put out into the world. Starting, of course, with our barbarian who tanked all of the hits I could possibly throw, Pope.
Hey everybody, Pope here, Pope World Build on the internets. If you want to see more of my silly face to get a number of opportunities, actually, same Caravan time, same Caravan channel tomorrow night, I will be here with another group of intrepid adventurers who are, let's face it, doomed. As we see what happens to members of the Franklin expedition, 1846, out on the ice, trying to find the Northwest Passage. Not doing so well in doing it. And then on Sunday, over on Practical War Thesmophoria, at 8 p.m., instead of being that which is hunted in the night, I get to play a hunter in Vampire Dark Ages. It's Sicily. It's 1235, and somebody's trying to make themselves a prince well before the Camarilla was ever a thing. So if that interests you, we'd love to have you. And thank you all for being here. The live VOD YouTube story is nothing without its audience. You're much part of this as we are. Take care of yourselves, one another. Give generously, because I want to see the Caravan scramble as to what to do at the 2K and 2.5K mark. So please give, and I'll see you around.
Fantastic. And yeah, good reminder. We are pushing for that 2K goal and then further beyond if possible. Bring us over to our nature guide who's making the hard choices, Leo.
Hi everyone, Copper Leo here. I play Raphael, the ranger to do doing the damage, doing the Lord's work there. But yeah, I'm just usually hanging around Lost Caravan, pop up every now and then. So feel free to just, if you want to see more of me, just watch every show and hopefully I'll pop back up.
All right. And finally, my glorious sacrifice, my future tree person who stopped that whole process where I could really make it interesting. How's it going, Kiva?
Hi there, my name's Kiba. I go by Little Arsonist on all of my social media handles. I don't have much of a presence. I've been kind of, I guess you'd call me up and coming. I'm a Lancer GM and a Fathomless Gears GM by heart. I'm a community GM and a cowboy GM over on the Interpoint Station, run by Ralph Ziegler. You all know him very well. You know, if you're looking to play Lancer, if you're looking to play Fathomless Gears, Interpoint Station is the best place to be. We actually are finishing out a very crazy week where we had over 53 games of Lancer run in 1 week alone. That was over 220 player slots signed. We're scrambling to fill a few slots still. People are still subbing out. We're probably kicking into high gear as well next week. We'll probably be seeing similar numbers next week. So if you're interested in trying out Lancer, look no further than that. You'll see my face around. You'll see Ralph's face around. You'll also still see me here on the Caravan. I'm definitely not done here, and maybe we'll give Juxta's just.
Well said. And I am Turg or Turg Extended. I've had the pleasure of being your GM for the evening. If you want to see more of me this week, I will be closing out Caravan of Cthulhu week here with some Delta Green on Saturday night. Beyond that, I'm also a GM over on Neon Lights Roleplay, where I am a and a player as well, where I run Oathsworn Honestly Dragon Lords. And I'm a player in Tears of I also GM Tears of Divinity, which is a Lancer campaign, if you want to check that out. And then I'm a player in By Shadow Peace. That'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. And then plenty of really cool stuff also coming up in the future, but I want to keep it light for myself. Because if you want to see more of me, make sure you not only follow the people you see on your screen here, but also the communities I'm a part of, that being Lost Caravan and Neon Lights Roleplay, and also High Shelf Collective occasionally, and some other places. So best thing to do is just keep these communities around and watch those self-promo channels, because you never know what's going to pop up. That all being said, thank you all so much for joining us. This was a lot of fun getting to use these rules for the first time, and I hope you all enjoyed watching just as much as we enjoyed playing. That being said, we are going to throw a raid over to our friends at Live from the Apocalypse, who are also raising some money over there. And they're playing some Never Embers Enigma, so should be fun. Say hi to JD for me. That all being said, thank you all so much. We'll see you next time. Remember, the woods do not care for you. Good night.